What up, that's Hit Squad, and welcome back, guys. Here's your boy Sean.
And your girl Mel.
Here we go, guys.
Welcome, guys.
All right, so we got weird ways Europe messed up American bodies.
Americans' bodies?
Yes, messed up Americans' bodies. How is that even possible?
I have no idea.
Okay, we found this inside the comment section, guys. We appreciate it. But go ahead and smash that like button. Turn on that notification bell so you guys be notified next time we upload. We try to upload daily. All right, and also turn on that notification bell. Here we go.
All right. That's beautiful.
Hey there, fellow American travelers. Mark here with Walter's World. Today we're here in Genoa, Italy, and today I want to talk about is something serious for my American travelers, and that is how your body is going to react mentally and physically to visiting Europe. Because you know what? There's things that change when you go travel. There's things you notice, things that wear you down or hype you up when you go. And I think it's important for you to have an idea of some of the things that might affect you here, and way down below.
Give it to
when
us.
you come to Europe. And I'm going to start with the things about that happen to you down below, and that is be ready for different bowel movements. Yes, after a lifetime.
Different bowel movements? Wow.
And now different bowel movement?
What in the world? What's going on over
I don't know if
there
I'm ready
in
for
Italy?
this. Oh, doing. Here we go, guys. I won't stop it no more. Here we go.
Time of eating ultra-processed food and fast food in America, when you come to Europe, we have significantly more, less refined food, more whole foods out there, less GMOs. I mean, just look at the ingredients list on your favorite food at home and then compare it to here when you find it. Your body processes things differently. So be ready for a slight difference in the consistency of your movements and also the frequency of your movements. So be ready for that, because that's one of the things people don't realize is when you change what you're eating, the water you have and stuff, it can have an impact. So maybe you do carry some Pepto with you or some Imodium just in case. Because sometimes it's not a bad thing. Sometimes it's a good thing, like the way the gluten is or the sulfites with the wine or lack of sulfites in the wine actually make you feel better instead of worse. So do be aware of that. But I will tell you, sometimes you might go from logs to toothpaste and not even realize it, okay? Now, another thing I think Americans need to realize, this is one that a lot of them complain about when they think of the physical pain I have when I go to Europe, are your hurt feet. Yes, your feet do hurt when you're here. I mean, think about it. You're maybe walking 2,000 steps a day when you're at home, or 5,000 steps a day when you're at work, or maybe you walk the dog, you get to 8,000 steps a day. Now you're walking 10 hours a day, 20,000 steps, 10 miles, 16 kilometers, whatever.
No way.
And you're not used to that. And so your feet ache, your legs ache, you get shin splints, you sprain your ankle. These kind of things do happen.
Wow.
That's why it's really important to help alleviate that. Make sure before you go to Europe, you're doing long walks. You're getting used to being outside and walking a lot. And I know Europeans like, oh, Walters is telling them to train how to walk. Americans don't know how to walk. Yes, we know how to walk. We just don't walk like you do in Europe with uneven pavements and all kinds of stuff. So we're trying to get you ready so you don't have those painful feet. And I want to tell you, one of the biggest mistakes people make is they get new shoes before they come to Europe because they're like, oh, I'm going to walk a lot, so I need to make sure I have good walking shoes. You better make sure you have broken those shoes in before you come, because nobody wants blisters and stuff when you're going to be walking that much, right? So painful feet, another part of doing it. But the thing is I'm going through these bad things like sprained ankles and hurt feet and weird pooping, but also there's the good physical effects of going to Europe. As you might notice, your belt and your pants fit a little bit better. Yes, with all that walking, more of the, I would say, healthier food options. I'm sure some of you do healthy food all the time, blah, blah, blah. But I'm getting honest with you, with all that walking, all that movement, you're not snacking as much because you're seeing things. You might notice that your waistline gets a little bit thinner while you're here. You're like, oh, I'm a bit more European, can't you tell? Because I'm so much more fit and trim now. I mean, it sounds silly, but I can't tell you how many of our fans have written us, Mark, I just spent 2 weeks in Europe and I lost 10 pounds. I mean, it happens because of all that exercise. So there are some good physical things that are out there. And also, if we think about mental benefits as well that hit you, is I find that Americans really enjoy the fact that when they come to Europe, they get a chance to actually mentally relax. Because it takes longer to eat here. You're not like going to a restaurant, they're forcing the food down, getting your order right away, giving your food right away. Okay, get out of here right away. You get to take time and relax and do things. It's much more calmer life, and so therefore it's a little bit easier to relax. That's why I tell people, if you're stressed out, you want to go on vacation, don't go to Orlando, don't go to New York City. You're going to be even more stressed out. Come to Europe. take your time when you're here, because they're going to force you to take your time, because they're not going to be in a hurry as well. So if you can get past the frustration of slowness, then it really is a lot easier to relax here. That can be very helpful, because all those longer meals and longer walks, calmer evenings, really can actually help sleep even better. I mean, once you get past that jet lag at the beginning, then you sleep really good when you are here with all that. So that's nice. Another kind of mental struggle I think Americans have that they maybe don't say anything about right away, but they notice when they're there, is just the struggle with personal space. Like in the US, we like our big bubble, but some places in Europe, you're literally this close to people all the time. And that's one of the things that sometimes mentally some Americans have a really tough time with. So just be ready for that when you're on public transportation, you're going to museums. Heck, when you're sitting at restaurants and they're all so close together, like how do they sit at these little tiny tables and 4 people are eating there? They find a way, and that's one of those things. You have to realize you're not going to have a lot of personal space when you're here, and I know for some people that's a mental thing that really is tough. So if you are having a tough time, you are getting overwhelmed, like here in Genoa, they have the Coruggi, these little pathways, these little tiny maze-like streets you go to, and some people get very claustrophobic and kind of freak out, because in the US we're used to those big open spaces, right? 3-car garages, Here they don't have a garage. Go and find a big piazza where there's plenty of space. Go find a park where you can kind of get some space. That's going to help you out mentally to kind of like, okay, I'm doing better. Because when you're getting overwhelmed with all the tourists in Munich, go to the English Garden and get away from it all. Another mental effect I see hit people is museum burnout. The thing is, when you come to Europe, you're so excited. I'm going to see all these churches and squares and museums and towns and stuff. But after a while, it's like sometimes it feels like the towns blur together. Like, oh, we saw the church, the museum, and the square, and the town hall. Church, museum, square, town hall. Church, museum, square, town hall. And it just starts going by. And then you're trying to remember. You remember that one church that had that altar? It gets hard sometimes, and there's actually a mental thing with it where you get kind of burned out. So to try to fight off that kind of museum burnout, what I recommend is find different activities to do. Don't just do the museum, church, square. Do a cooking class and do an art class. I know Jocelyn and Caleb, they literally were painting Notre Dame on the Seine for a thing. Liam and I, we were making macarons together. You go places, you take these classes, it helps kind of change up your mental attitude. We're in Sevilla, we went to Isla Magica, the amusement park there, just to give our brains kind of a reset so we didn't have that burnout of, another museum and square, another church, because that does happen. And that's not just American tourists. That happens to a lot of tourists when you travel around. And if I think about burnout, I think there's one, if you're someone that doesn't usually speak foreign languages, but you're trying to speak it, like I'm here in Italy, I speak Italian, and I don't get a chance to speak Italian back in the US. So I'm really like, I want to speak Italian, so I'm speaking Italian to everybody. But by the end of the day, the mental burnout from speaking Italian so much after having not spoken for like a year, it really does hit you. Like, it sounds silly, but that's one of those things when you're speaking a foreign language you're not used to, it can wear you down. So just be aware of that. If you're like, oh man, I'm using my Spanish in Spain, but why am I so tired mentally? Well, it's because you're using parts of your brain you haven't used for a while. Now feeling worn out from the speaking, the mental side of it, but there's also like the physical worn outness, because you're walking so much, you're doing so, you're carrying those bags, you have so many more stairs you're going up to, no elevator, and I got 5 floors with my suitcases. That kind of physical wearing you out does happen too, and you want to be careful, because if you burn yourself out, you wear yourself out, you become more liable to get sick. And a lot of people, they go on vacation, they're doing so much and they burn themselves out, and then they get sick. The last half of their vacation, they're sitting there coughing, hacking, feeling horrible instead of enjoying their vacation. So make sure you give yourself some time so you don't get worn out, because it's not just jet lag that makes you tired from travel. Now, couple specific physical ailments or physical things that you should really think about when you're traveling that might not relate to you, but it might relate to some people. One, chafing. If you're a huskier traveler like myself, you might notice if you're walking a lot in the summer and you don't have the right clothes on and it's kind of hot, you might notice a little friction between the legs or in the armpits, and chafing really can become an issue. So I do recommend, if you've ever had chafing or you're a heavy traveler or you walk really close to your legs together, you don't want to start a fire, bring like Gold Bond or some kind of cream or powder to help with the chafing, because if you get chafed in the middle, all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're walking like this everywhere around Europe. You look a little silly and you can't get anywhere very fast. And it's really, really painful. So be aware of that, because that's one that does pop up in the Husky Traveler Forum. So saying that, see, it's not for all of you, just for some of us, okay? And then I want to talk about something for female travelers, and that is your cycle. when you travel abroad, when you do long distance travel, sometimes your cycle could be interrupted or kind of knocked out of cycle. And so therefore
Okay.
you may think,
Really?
oh, well, I'm not supposed to have my period during this 2-week vacation, so I'm okay. You never know. It might actually kick it in earlier, or you might miss your
Whoa.
period
Wow.
entirely and come home thinking you're pregnant. Believe me, we have had that going to Walgreens at midnight to see if it's if the baby's coming or not, kind of thing. So do be aware of that. So if you're going to be coming, make sure you're bringing, if your tampons, pads, whatever you use, make sure you have that with you. Because yes, you can find it here, but have you ever in your entire life, no matter where you are in the world, when you needed a tampon or you needed a pad, was there a place right next door, right ready with the exact one you wanted? Of course not. So it's best to have those extra with you. I know Jocelyn brings her stuff every single time just in case. So it's something to
Yeah.
be aware of, all right? So these are just a few of the physical and mental ailments that Americans, well, actually, let's be honest, all travelers have to deal with when they come here. But I thought it'd be funny to pick on my American friends because honestly, we are pretty not used to walking this much. Anyway, what are some of the other physical ailments you see hit travelers when they travel? Let us know in the comments below, and I wish you all the best. And I'll say ciao from here.
Wow. Okay.
Ciao.
He was like a tour guide for Europe. Like,
All right.
give us the information.
He's really good. I feel like,
He know a lot.
yes, he truly prepared anyone.
Yeah.
If you're from the United States and you're going over to Europe, he told us the do's and the don'ts.
Everything that you need to know.
Everything we need to.
And the one main thing that like really caught my eye was the food. The
Yeah.
food is different. So when you eat it, it's going to make you feel different.
Bring your Pepto-Bismol, guys.
Bring whatever you need, right?
Yes,
But
absolutely.
do it make you want to travel to Europe
Of course.
and just try
I
it
love
out?
how it's like relaxing and it's not a rush.
Yeah.
It will teach you how to relax because everything here is so fast paced. Like you
Yeah.
said, we go into our restaurants, the food comes fast, and then they're like ready to get you up out of there so the next one can come in.
Yeah.
But in Europe, it's more like it's calmer
It's like
and
calm
slower.
and civilized and nice and mild,
Yeah.
And yeah, America is like really fast paced, rush hour, and people is moving, working, and just doing a lot. And it seemed like it was like really calm, the spots where he was showing us, the
And,
museum, the churches, stuff like that.
if you're losing 10 pounds in 2 weeks,
Man.
that's great.
That's a plus, right?
Like the food over there seems like it may be, healthier,
Yeah, like you might be on a
more
diet.
exercise. I didn't see any fat people, to be
Right.
honest. And if you come to the United States, most of us here are obese.
Man, we get out eat on.
I'm going through it.
We get out eat on.
We're,
But you can tell-
I'm fighting it, but it's a fight and a struggle here.
Yeah. We just addicted to that good food, man. And it's like a lot of walking over there.
Yeah.
He said, I forgot
wear new
how many
shoes.
like steps he was saying, but it's a lot of walking.
Yeah.
It's way more than America.
Yeah, they probably don't have Lyft and Uber.
Probably got to walk. 10,
You
15,
you
20
walk and
blocks.
enjoy the sights.
Yeah. It's really nice.
Stay
though.
fit.
Yep.
I like
I mean,
it.
whenever you visit a different continent, continent, you definitely going to be, exposed to
Absolutely.
different things, so there
I
it
would
is.
love to visit Europe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. And I would most definitely love to go to Italy
Yeah,
and
just
get
try
some of that
things.
authentic Italian food.
Why not? Sounds good. All right. We want to thank you guys for dropping this off inside the comment section. We appreciate it. Go ahead and smash that like button. Get this video a big fat thumbs up. And also hype this video up, guys. We appreciate the love. We signing off.
All right, and
Peace.
go in the
Love and
comment
blessings.
section, guys. If you've ever traveled to Europe, Italy, anywhere over in Europe, let us know about your experience, how different it was.
Yep.
All right,
Appreciate it.
guys.
Goodbye.
Peace.